James, your host here for Vintage Bricks. We are going to dive in to, you guessed it, the Viking theme from 2005 to 2007. Pretty fascinating theme. It came right after the Knights Kingdom 2 set. And we'll review today the biggest set of them all, the Viking Fortress versus the Fafnir Dragon. Let's start by going over a little bit of Norse mythology, and you'll understand why the Fafnir Dragon, has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. His father went to the god of war, Odin, the same god in the Marvels. And his father went and said, Odin, you owe me because your son Loki killed, my son, Fafnir's brother. And Odin said, well, okay, I'll give you a fortune in gold and treasure. However, he enchanted that fortune, didn't tell Fafnir's dad that. So Fafnir's dad got on this hoard, and he went crazy with greed over this hoard. Now Fafnir said, Dad, share it with me and my brothers. And Dad said, no way, this is my fortune. So Fafnir, the enchanted fortress, took hold of Fafnir, and he snuck up on his dad and killed his dad to take over the fortune. And he was still a man then, but the fortune worked its magic on him, and he was so full of greed that Fafnir turned into the dragon that we see here. So it's an enchanted dragon. So that's where the dragon comes from. Eventually, the dragon gets killed by his own brother, who sneaks up on him and stabs him. So it was really an enchanted fortress that went bad and set the stage for the Battle of the Vikings. Let's take a look at how our dragon's built here. He has these really cool wings that just came out in 2005, and we're using several dragons. A lot of bionicle parts here. That makes him such a large, extendable dragon, and a pretty awesome detailed head as fitting. And of course, in the instructions, it really showcases Fafnir against the Viking fortress, flying around, shooting fireballs. They must have been really upset with him. Okay, here's how the catapult works. Great catapult in the set. Oh, and I don't think it can kill the dragon, but the catapult certainly can chase him off, keep him from burning down the fort. But he did make an attack here. He got on the fort, and he climbed inside, and he started rounding up all of the Vikings, because they were kind of helpless against him once he got inside, and there was a little baby dragon. He's taking one prisoner back to his lair. Maybe going to have him help sort his gold out for him. So the Fafnir Dragon, pretty cool. Let's take a look at the build of the set. This is a nice, you can see it's a circular set as we go around here. And the Vikings had what they were called ring fortresses. Here's one that was dug up at Trelleborg. And to make it a ring fortress, like the historic one, it's really 8 sides here, and they have kind of a clever little hooks. You hook it together, so you build out each of these individually, and you can tell they're really concerned about the dragon. It has these 4 or 3 catapults and lots of little spear launchers to thwart off the dragon. Okay, there. It's a really nice, more robust fort than I thought it was going to be when it was put together. These big wooden doors, and look at that little baby wild dragon. We'll look at him more in a minute. He's pretty cute. Well, the doors again are, I think, kind of make this a classic Viking set. Here's one of their spear launchers and catapults. Now this thing's made up a lot of those little wall pieces, 19 of those. So that's how those walls are put together. Okay, there's a mini dragon. I missed that first one. The second one I want a little better. Not dragon, but catapult. We'll spin around to this huge catapult. One of the best catapults I think Lego's done up to 2005. And I'll give it a try. Here it goes. And they push this down, and there it launches. Okay, got slow-mo there. It does a great job of launching that. Has a little room here, a little cave. Okay, put the little wild dragon in there. It's like their little pet dragon. The Vikings are a friendly sort, I guess. They did like collecting their gold. Don't show the chest of gold here, but it was pretty impressive with lots of gems. Let's look at the minifigures, 6 minifigures. And of course, the baby dragon and the Fafnir dragon, which we've seen. And of course, the one in the middle is the king of the Vikings, and he's king of the fort here. And one thing about this era, every face is different. So you can appreciate that when you get the helmets off. And every torso is different too. We'll look at him a little closer here. And there's the king, and he had that nice torso. And this guy, you can see the armor, the sword and axe. And this guy kind of shows off his shield there and a double sword. And pretty distinct shields. That's makes you know dragon. And these now they're horn to horn there. Okay, here's our little baby, and it has 6 legs. Maybe that must have been a common thing for these little baby wild dragons. I think you can tell I had a lot of fun doing this review, and I am be doing some more Viking set reviews, including the 2 new ones. I think the next one I'll do is that ship we saw in the intro. Hey, thanks for visiting Vintage Bricks. Please subscribe and drop me a note if you get a chance, and we'll see you again soon.